Hello my friends, Stabcraft Gaming back with another YouTube video, and today, I guess you can probably guess, we are listing every single one of my favorite Pokemon. As best as I can remember. Which I don't remember stuff often. To start off, let's start off with Gen 1, Kanto. And my favorite Gen 1 normal type? I'm gonna say Fearow. One word. Kenya. Kenya in Johto, I believe some of the only times I've ever used a Fearow. I'm probably wrong. But, yeah, Fearow, not really, I like it because of Johto. Like Gen 1 Fearow because, because of Johto. Because Kenya is amazing. But anyways, so yeah, start with Fearow. Next up is Fire. No. Sorry to all the Charizard fans out there, but I am not the biggest fan of Charizard. My favorite Fire flying type is Moltres, if anything. But my favorite Fire type? Arcanine. Back in Let's Go, back in Gen 7, I used to slap, back in the old days, I used to slap a bunch of random stuff together. And on my Let's Go team, one of the random things was Arcanine. And then he got replaced with Mewtwo. So, I don't know, I love Arcanine. It's amazing. Its Hisuian form is Dog Fire. Ha ha ha, see what I did there? But yeah, normal Arcanine, great. It's really powerful. And it's so cool. The design is great. And now with the water types, it's Gyarados. I ain't picking this because otherwise I'm going to get demonetized. But Gyarados, I believe it's one of the only Pokemon other than starters that I've used in different playthroughs. Like I used it in Let's Go Pikachu, my very first team. I used the guaranteed shiny one in Soul Silver. What else was there? I used it for a bit in Violet, and then some other games. It's yeah, it's a lot. I believe there's only like one other Pokemon that does that, and we'll get to that eventually. But for Grass, this one is pretty easy. Definitely ain't picking these guys since they're terrible. But Bulbasaur, it is 100% Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is best Kanto starter of all time because it's so great in playthroughs. Like, it's strong against the first 2 gyms. I don't know why everyone likes Charmander. It's weak against the first 2 gyms. As is Chikorita. Other people that Charmander and Charizard does have use in other gyms, whereas Chikorita does not. Comment respect for Chikorita in the comments. Okay. Next up is Electric. And I am going to be basic. I'm going to be as basic as I can, and I'm going Pikachu. As I said, I started with Let's Go Pikachu. I love Pikachu, and that's not just because it's the mascot. It gets a lot of love, as does Charizard. Why isn't Charizard the damn mascot? But anyways, yeah, Pikachu, it's iconic. You know, it's iconic. I've used it multiple times, like I used a Raichu in Leaf Green. Pikachu, start as a Pikachu. Same with Yellow. And what else is there? Also, in Ultra Moon, I used a Ash Ketchum Pikachu before I got Zygarde. So I don't know what. And side note, so excited for Pokemon Legends ZA next year, baby. I was expecting Unova or Johto, but no. Pokemon just threw a curveball at us, and we got Pokemon Legends ZA. And now I'm wondering, what are the starters going to be? Is the region name different, like it is in Legends Arceus? And some other various things, like, what's the storyline? Legends Arceus, if you didn't watch my tier list video, go watch it. It's great. It's my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I just love it. And the funny thing is, I think it's kind of broken actually, because I'm trying to finish my Pokedex to get Arceus, and I'm having trouble with Shieldon. I transferred some Shieldon from Violet, and the Pokedex still says I only have like 1 or 2 or whatever. It's weird, and my brain no comprehend. But anyways, let us continue with the tier list. And the Ice type. Ooh, there's not a lot of pickings here, is there? Dewgong. Nah, Dewgong. When was the last time you guys thought about Dewgong? It's at pretty obscure. Closer, while it is a wall, not one of my favorite Pokemon. I never had any affection towards Closer. Jinx is Jinx, and Jinx used to be racist in the anime. Articuno is a bird, it's a plane, it's not my favorite ice type. My favorite ice type is Lapras. And why is it Lapras? Well, I'll explain as best as I can. It's probably not going to be the greatest, but anyways, Lapras, so great. So, Beast special attack stat. It's great typing, I think. Water Ice. Gives it resistance to Steel, I guess. Ice is, of course, one of the worst types. It does have it does 4 times resist it, but still, Ice, so bad. Lapras, personally, I love it. I used it in Leaf Green. I loved it. Really strong is the one you got from Silphco. And yeah, really useful because Parasong is, oddly enough, one of the most useful moves out there. Except, of course, if you both have one Pokemon left, then I wouldn't recommend using that. But yeah, Lapras, also love the design. And I love how in Let's Go, you can ride on its back, because Dex entry says it. One of its Dex entries says, I believe one of its Dex entries say it can ferry you around. And just a quick side note, I forgot to mention this earlier. If you're wondering why I'm over here instead of over there, well, it's because if I was over there, you guys probably wouldn't be able to see what's happening. Anyways, now time for the fighting types. I'm not sure, actually. I'm probably gonna go with the Monkey. I love how Primark got a new evolution in Gen 9. This is Monkey. Genuine Monkey. Yeah, it's really angry all the time. Only calms down when it's alone. Like my brother, to be honest. But yeah. So Annihilate is just awesome. Like Rage Fist, really damn powerful. I have not used Annihilate, but I've heard it's pretty cool. Probably I picked it because it's I think it's the coolest looking one out of all those guys, and on top of that, it is a monkey. And next up is the poison types. See, now Gen 1 is the most abundant. Poison type is the most abundant type in Gen 1, and which is confusing because why the heck does Koga have repeats in all of his teams except his Let's Go one? In Red and in Gen 1, I believe it was a Coughing, a Wheezing, a Grandma, and a Muck. Same in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And in Late Yellow, it's the entirety. It's 3 Venonats and then Venomoth. But at least they fix it in Let's Go. Muck, Wheezing, Venomoth, and then Golbat. I would have picked my favorite here, which is Nidoking, but whatever. Nidoking, great design. It's really intimidating. And yeah, it's really powerful. I use it in Leaf Green along with Lapras and some other Pokemon, of course. And it's great typing. Apparently in Showdown, you're supposed to run Nidoking special, even though its physical stats higher. And of course, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Special Nidoking is just broken. Which is what I thought it used to be, because Life Orb doesn't do recoil if you have Sheer Force and you use a move with a secondary ability. Like Sludge Wave, and Earth Power, and Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt, and yada 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 yada. So yeah, Nidoking. That's also my top 3. It's also my 3rd favorite Pokemon. And then we get to the ground type, and I'm not doing double ups. Just to let you know, I'm debating whether to put Marowak or Sandslash. Yep. Sorry, Marowak. I gotta go with Sandslash. It's a great design. It's a Hedgehog. Hedgehogs are cool because Sonic. Even though it's not that fast. In Leaf Green, I used it alongside Nidoking, and as I probably stated before, but I don't remember, I'm not a guy who cares about type overlays. Like, seriously, some of my you should see some of my teams, which I'm probably going to do sometime later. But yes, so Sandslash, really great. What else is there? It's a great design. It's a great shiny. All of these monsters have great shinies, except you. And I don't know what your shiny is. But Nidoking is, of course, great shiny. All All right, shinies. And then we get to the flying type, and it is Aerodactyl. It's really, really cool. And Aerodactyl and Gyarados have a thing where it's like, share a thing, my personal ones from Let's Go, where back in the day, my first game was Pokemon Quest, so I didn't know that special attack and physical attack were a thing, because Quest has attack and defense, I believe. So I thought a move's power was based on its like base stat, on like its base power, and I was always so confused why when I used Hyper Beam on Gyarados and Aerodactyl, it did absolutely nothing. Now I am more experienced Pokemon player, and I know what I'm doing, I think. But let us continue with this Psychic type, the most overpowered type in Gen 1. It's facts, and it's Mewtwo. My first Legendary, the first Pokemon using Master Ball on, the first Pokemon I got to level 100 as well. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I was a child. I love these. I love Pokemon, of course. I still do. And I guess if you don't tell from my shirt, I do watch MNJTV. Team Scan. No, sorry. And yeah, Mewtwo. It's a great shiny. I like its Megas. It's one of the only 2 Pokemon with 2 Mega Evolutions. Cough, cough. Charizard is somewhat overrated. But yeah, I like using X Form personally. I just do. You don't need to know why. I just did. X Form Mewtwo. It's buff. It is strong, thick arms, and it is powerful. And then we get to the bug type, and it is Butterfree. It's iconic. It's really cool. It has one of the saddest things in the anime, which I did not watch since I don't really watch the anime, which is a little weird. But anyways, I used Butterfree in my yellow team, and if you might be wondering, Dabcraft, why the heck would you use a weak Pokemon like Butterfree on a playthrough team? And to that I say, I do not care what you think. Sorry, was that rude? I'll try again. I use Pokemon that I liked to use. Like, I've had a lot of weak Pokemon on my team. Like, for example, what was there? Like Furret. Furret isn't weak. Furret is a queen. We love Furret. I love Furret. And there's a few others like what? Does V-Barrow count as being weak? I used it in BDSP. And then of course I used a Carbink for the Ultra Necrozma fight in Ultra Moon. First time I got started anyway. It worked like a charm. But yes, next up is the Rock type, and I am going to stick to my guns and go with one of my very first fossil Pokemon, that Aerodactyl, Master. 1, it's really cool. 2, I believe it was the first Pokemon I ever actually saw Struggle use. Back in Let's Go, when I did the champion fight for the first time. My Master, his Bubble Strike, had absolutely no PP left. It's interesting. But yeah, and also Lord Helix. Is that outdated? I don't really know. I still do some old memes, like, you know, those ones like the Rickroll and the Chansetta, because they're iconic memes. And Lord Helix is God, as is one of the gods, as is Charles the Bidoof. Next up is the Ghost type. Wow, that's a lot of options. I'm gonna go with Gengar. Looks the coolest, I guess. There's a glitch in Gen 1 where you could get a level 100 Nidoking and a level 100 Gengar before you fight the first gym. It's facts. I tried it on an emulator and it worked. And by that I mean I tried the Nidoking one. I don't know if the Gengar one works. Next we have Dragon. I'm gonna go with Dratini for this one because there's a lot of options. I'm gonna go with Dratini because it looks cute. Now Dark types don't exist in Gen 1. I'm gonna go with Gen 1 Ghost because it's spooky. Steel, Magnemite, Fairy. I don't really like any of these Fairy types, but I'm gonna have to go with Fairy maybe? No. Starter, easy. Bulbasaur. Gimmick form. It's a type between Mega Charizard X and Mega Venusaur. Who am I kidding? Mega Venusaur. Legend, Mewtwo, and my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, Nidoking. Yay! Then we have Gen 2. Favorite normal type? Ferret. And as I've stated, it is a queen. It's not one of my. It's not. I love Ferret because I played Silver. If I didn't play Silver, I would not like Ferret probably because well, at the champion fight with Lance, and yada 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 yada. Rollout took out half of his team before she died. Gucci the Ferret. That's her name. All hail Queen Gucci the Ferret. Died to a hyper beam from I believe it was his fourth Pokemon. I think it was Aerodactyl maybe. Not sure. And also with that game, the guaranteed shiny Gyarados. Yeah, I used it as my gem slave. You think that's weird? Tell me if it's weird in the comments. But yeah. So yeah, Ferret, it's amazing. I love it. Fire type, Quilava. I love the Typhlosion line, but Quilava in particular, I think it was the greatest out of all 4 Typhlosions. Yes, I'm being the Hisuian one as well. Well, I guess I like the Hisuian Typhlosion as well. But yeah. I don't really need to say anything. Quilava, best starter for the Silver playthrough, and the best starter for Gen 2. The starter for Gen 4 is Feraligatr. Gig. Yeah, Feraligatr. I love it. Gets Ice Fang is beautifully powerful. So beautiful. I used Typhlosion in Silver and Feraligatr in, of course, Soul Silver. And they were both really damn strong. I love these 2 Pokemon. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on this list. Now, for Grass type, going to complete the trio. I don't really like any of these ones, like a Celebi maybe, but no. Bayleaf. Yes, Chikorita. This Chikorita line is completely terrible. I'm kind of hoping they get. I'm kind of hoping Chikorita is the grass starter in Legends ZA. Although to be fair, I don't think they're going to do that since they already used Johto for Legends Arceus. But anyways, yeah. Out of all 3 of the Chikorita line, Bayleaf it looks the coolest. Brigadier, little weird Chikorita. It's a literal pair, and then Bayleaf is Bayleaf. That's it. And anyways, but respect to Bayleaf in the comments. And now for electric type, it's Ampharos. Ampharos, I use it in Soul Silver. It is incredibly strong. It has an awesome Mega Evolution, which by the way is going to be the gimmick form. Don't know why I said earlier, but yeah. First, also I love the design. It's apparently a sheep. Where's the wool? My mate, where's the wool? Also, it's a great shiny. And now for the ice types. Damn, I don't like any of these ice types except for Swinub. So that goes it has to be. I ain't leaving anything out. For fighting types, wow, Gen 2 did not introduce a lot of fighting types. Heracross. That has to be Heracross. Heracross, it's really strong. And you know what I hate about Heracross? The fact that it doesn't get Mega Horn until like level 48, I believe, 50 something, 40, 50, I don't know. That's his last level up move. Like, why? That's like the only bug move it learns by level up. Like, what the heck? But regardless, Heracross still really cool. Has a great Mega. I used it in Soul Silver. I loved it. And so we gotta continue. Damn, that's not a lot of poison types. Crobat. I believe Crobat is the other Pokemon that I've used the most times. That with Gyarados. I used it in Soul Silver. I think I used it in Moon. Yeah, I used it in Moon. Is that it? I think I used it in Sun as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Crobat. It's great. It's an upgrade of a Golbat. That's for sure. Has a better design. It's really damn fast. And it was one of my first. That's the other one. Yeah, I used it in Legends Arceus. It was one of my first shinies. It's one of the 2 shinies I used on my playthrough team in Legends Arceus. The other one was the guaranteed Ponyta. I named it Raw Power because it's pink. You know what else is pink? Raw meat. Yeah, and then I replaced it with I think it was Darkrai or Shaman. No, I'm pretty sure it was Darkrai. Yeah, I love Crobat. It's really cool. Now for ground type, Quagsire. Quagsire, it's really cool. Clodsire, also pretty cool, but I like Quagsire because I used it in Diamond. It's a great typing. It has a great typing. It's a wide variety of moves. I believe it gets like Ice Beam and stuff. Apparently Golbat gets Giga Drain for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, Quagsire, also it's a derpy boy. What's not to love? And of course, Wooper. It's pretty like a very popular Pokemon for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But regardless, after Quagsire, we have the flying types. And that is going to be the Noctowl. It's there because I've had experience with Knockdown. My second playthrough team, Pokemon Sword, once again, I slapped a bunch of random stuff together. One of those was Noctowl. And then, I believe I replaced it with Ghost Rider Calyrex? Yeah, Ghost Rider Calyrex, that is correct. Yeah, I don't really care for any other of these ones, except for you, but you're Poison, and you are Psychic. That is a lot of unknowns. And then we have these guys, Espeon. I think that one of my least favorite fights in Johto is the evolution fight with those kimono girls. So hard. The evolutions are just so unnecessarily strong, and I don't know why. But Lugia, it's a staple. I love Lugia. It's really strong as well. Aeroblast is just so cool. And why is it a psychic type, to be honest? Is it because psychic type back in those generations was really damn strong, but it sleeps at the bottom of the ocean? I feel like the water type would make more sense. But yeah, it's Lugia. It's really cool. It's a great shiny as well. I just love it, you know? I don't really explain stuff, but as for the bug types, that is gonna be Sizzle. It's a great typing. Yes, it has a 4 times. Yes, like Quagsire, it has a 4. Yes, like water ground types, it has a 4 times weakness to fire, water ground, grass. But that's its only weakness. Really cool. And I just know someday Pokemon is going to make a bug steel type with flash fire, or a water ground type with sap sipper. That's probably going to happen someday. Also, it's really strong. I did this thing. Me and a friend of mine, we were caught 4 random Pokemon and just battled each other. And I ran Scizor, where I believe it was Tailwind, Swords Dance, Agility, and Baton Pass. I set up Tailwind, and then I just did some dances, and then I Baton Pass into a Samurott with Facade. I believe it has Facade, but I forgot because it doesn't have Guts. I gave it a Flame Orb. I am an idiot. I forgot all about that. I'm so used to this. But anyways, Scizor is really cool. Also, it's a great design. And as for the rock type, it's gotta be... Oh wait, is it? Which one? Ooh, this is hard. Do I do Tyranitar or do I do Sudowoodo? Sorry, Sudowoodo. I gotta go Tyranitar. The reason I was gonna do Sudowoodo is I used it in Silver, which there's only one Sudowoodo in Silver, which is the one you pour water on. I decided to use it. I also used the Sudowoodo for just a little bit in Legends Arceus. Not a lot to make it relevant, but it still existed. But Tyranitar is Tyranitar. It's freaking Godzilla. It's awesome. It's one of the only 2 not dragon pseudo legendaries out there because, of course, pseudos have to be dragons of all things. Ow, my head is hurting. Yeah, Tyranitar. It's a staple. It's really cool, and it's great design. As for Ghost type, Mischievous. Kingdra, because I don't have a choice. Kingdra, I'm not a big fan of Kingdra. Mischievous, I actually like. Mischievous is one of those circumstances where I like the base form more than I like its evolved form. The only other one being Crabrawler. As for the dark type, I'm being basic here. I'm going Umbreon. It's Umbreon. Steel type, excuse me, Steelix. Upgrade over Onix. So well. Also, it is a great shiny. I actually have a shiny Steelix back in Legends Arceus. I need a Gold X because it's gold. Why is the Steel type called the Metal type? Why is the Steel type not called the Metal type? Let's just question that. So Fairy, I'm going to go with the Azumarill. It is very thick and stuff and blah 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 blah. As for, because I don't really like any of the other ones. Azumarill is just cool. As for the starters, it's Quilava. Yep, it's Quilava. And for Legend, it's Lugia. Favorite, Mischievous. Next, we move on to Generation 3, starting with the normal type, which is Staravia. No, yep, Staravia, sorry. No, not Staravia. Oh, this is Swellow, right? Starovia's Staraptor. Sorry. I meant to say Swellow. Sorry, guys. Swellow is really cool. Also has really cool, really fast, really strong burb. Of course, because it has guts. Of course, you got to use a flame up on the guy, and apparently it also gets facade. Isn't this guts, stab, guts, flame orb, stab, facade. Yeah, wreak havoc. Also, it's just a really cool bird. It's one of my favorite birds. So the other one is Staraptor, and then there's other yada. But yeah, Gen 3, a lot of cool mons. Like, of course, Blaziken. Blaziken, honestly, one of my favorite starter. It is Mega Chimkin power. It has the maximum Chimkin power. Yes, it's not the best starter for Hoenn team. That one goes for home play. That one goes to Swampert. Blaziken, it's so damn strong. Mega Blaziken with speed boost is just, it's basically unstoppable. Yeah, I love it. It's really powerful. It also has a great design, and I just like chickens. Also, Torchic is adorable. For water types, I'm Kyogre. And I hesitate, it has to be Kyogre. Kyogre, Kyogre. If you're wondering why I pronounce it as Kyogre, because I'm an Autumn Chicken Horse. Me and my brother made a stage a while ago. And, I called it Wrath of Kyogre, but I misspelt it, so it's Kyogre. So it's Kyogre, not Kyogre. Yeah, Kyogre. It's great. It's just so cool. That's why I picked Sapphire over. Oh, Mega Ruby. That's why I picked Sapphire over Ruby. Kyogre, honestly, one of my favorite legendary, and the primal form is so good. Like, it just looks beautiful. I love it. I don't know why. It has a great shiny. Primal Kyogre shiny is just amazing. And of course, it's really bulky and really strong. Origin Pulse is such a good move, and yada 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 yada. It's for grass types. If you know me, you should know what this one is. It's Breloom. Strongest one, my favorite Pokemon. I know how to use it. I use it great, in my opinion, in Showdown. It has a great design, a great shiny, great stats, not a great typing, and his name is John Shroomer. Yes. His name is John Shroomer. Yes, I love Breloom. I don't need to say anything about that. Shiny Breloom is my freaking Discord profile. As for Electric, Manectric. The funny thing is, in Emerald, when I was playing Emerald, I used the Manectric, obviously. I believe I named it Lightning. And for some reason, normal Manectric's back sprite, it looks shiny. I have no idea why. It just looks shiny. Is that weird? Is it weird? I'm not sure. And then as for ice types, Spheal. It's a cute round boy. What else do you want from me? Also, I used Walrein in Emerald. Really strong, you know? And for fighting types, Hariyama. I used Hariyama in, I believe it was Moon. Yeah, Moon. I think Sun as well. Mostly Moon. And well, first, it's really cool looking. And I just love it. A lot of Pokemon I can't even explain why I love them so much. It's Hariyama. I didn't use it in Gen 3, I used it in Gen 7, which is why from time to time I think it was introduced in Generation 7, but it was introduced in Generation 3. And that confuses me, but whatever. Hariyama, really cool. Makuhita, also really cool. As for poison types, absolutely not. Dustox. I don't like guys. Well, Dustox, it's not a great poison types. Yeah, Roselia was introduced in Gen 3. Weird, isn't it? Yeah, Dustox is probably one of my favorites. Not one of my top favorites, but it's the best one out of the limited Gen 3 poison types, because these two are the devil. Swalot is the devil. I hate Swalot. It's my least favorite Pokemon, which is another video. And then for the ground types, this is where we put Swampert. I love, in my opinion, Kanto, Hoenn, and Alola have the best starters. Kanto starters are nice, nostalgic, they're iconic. Hoenn starters, they just nailed them. Sceptile is cool. Blaziken is overpowered, and Swampert is Swampert. And then Alola is Alola. Alola was like one of the best regions. In my opinion, Yes, these two regions have the best starters. I don't hate any. I don't dislike any of them. Whereas in like a Unova, I don't really like Superior. And in Carlos, there's only one starter in Carlos, and that's Greninja. What do they do with Delphox? Like Braixen, I like Braixen. Delphox, what the heck? It's enough of that. Flying is going to be Pelipper, the only other flying type I used on my Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire team. Pelipper, it's really useful in hoeing. You can catch a Pelipper pretty easily. It helps you beat Roxanne if you picked Blaziken or something. And of course, Pelipper is Pelipper. But then I replaced Pelipper with Kyogre. So yeah. Then for Psychic, this one is Latias all the way. Latias, cooler than Latios. Great Mega inform. You can't tell which one is Mega Latios, which was Mega Latias. I think it's the eyes. You look at the eyes, like with Shiny Armor, Rouge, and Cerulege, which are terrible, by the way. And yeah, Latias, I used it in Alpha Sapphire, replaced with a Mighty Anna that I caught a while ago. I'll talk about that in the Dark section. But yeah, I really like Latias. Also the Eon Fleet mechanic in Alpha Sapphire, it's so cool. Like, if we ever get a Hoenn remake, another one, that needs to return. Okay? And as for the bug types, Shedinja. Fun fact, Shedinja has a lower base stat total than Linkada. Really cool, isn't it? Yeah, Shedinja. It's a great Pokemon because of its ability. Wonder Guard. And also, there's a way in Gen 3 I used Shedinja and Emerald. There's a way to give Shedinja Swords Dance. Shedinja normally doesn't learn Swords Dance, but in, of course, Gen 3, and of course, Shedinja gets whatever movesets Ninjask has when it evolves, and Ninjask learns Swords Dance at a specific level. So if you evolve Ninjask at the level where it gets Swords Dance, Shedinja will also have Swords Dance, and that is really cool and really useful. I did that, and of course, it paid off. But then I replaced it with Rayquaza, because Rayquaza is Rayquaza. It's a flying snake guy, and of course, Team Sky. And then we have the rock types. I'm going to go with Lyron. For starters, Lyron's design, epic. It's great design, and I've been up a lot of these in Victory Road, and back in Emerald and Sapphire. Yeah, I like to train in Victory Road in those Hoenn games, so because experience and whatnot, it's not the best back in those games, but yeah. Also, Steel Rock, it isn't the best typing. It's 4 times into ground and fighting. Two pretty good, decent types. Like fighting has Lucario, ground has Garchomp. Excuse me, and yeah, and some other stuff. You combine the best defensive typing with one of the worst, with the second best defensive typing, and you get this guy. Aggron and Aron. Aron's cute. Aggron's a little weird. Lyron is the best. These guys, no. We get to the ghost types. I'm gonna go with Dusclops. One, I have a shiny lead in the Zacius. Yay! And then also, it's interesting, isn't it? Dusclops is cool. Of course, there's not a lot of Gen 3 ghosts that are actually cool for Shedinja, but that I don't like any other bug types, really. And then, of course, sorry, I gotta just do this. And, of course, Dusclops is Dusclops. It's really cool. I also, Gen 4 changed a lot of stuff. And then, but with the dragon, I'm debating between Flygon, Salamence, or Rayquaza. I gotta go with Salamence. I use Salamence. My history of Salamence was in Gen 9. I used Salamence for my base playthrough team in Violet, and then I eventually replaced him. His name is Stargate. Star because space, and Palkia because meme. And yeah, I replaced him with Ogerpon when I got her, but then I brought him back for my Indigo Disc team. Why? Because I needed Tailwind. Indigo Disc, like the only time I've ever strategically used Tailwind. And also, by the way, can we just talk about how great Indigo Disc is? No? Okay, let us continue. The Dark type, as I said before, it's Mighty Anna. I originally didn't really like Mariana that much. It's kind of cool, it's interesting, Intimidate's pretty good, but then of course in Gen 6 Alpha Sapphire, I was debating since I was wanting to use Latias in my 6th slot. I was wondering what to use Mariana for, what to use the 6th slot for before I got to Latias. So I decided to. So I just and I found this Mariana. This Mariana that I called Puchiana started with Poison Fang and its hidden ability Rattled. One of the only time I've ever gotten a hidden ability Pokemon. Well, of course, yes. I do have some hidden ability Pokemon in like Gen 8 and Gen 9, but like those are like not like my hidden ability Pokemon in Gen 8. My starter and some of the Hoenn starters I got from Max Rays. The Max Lair. And then in Gen 9, Meowscarada. That's it. This is the one, I found this one randomly, Summer Poison Mane, so I named her Venom. She was great. Moxie is an awesome ability. And then I got Latias. So, to the box. And then as for the Steel types, Metagross, the only other non-dragon pseudo-legendary. I really like Metagross. I used it in my Indigo Disc team. Really good. Of course, Steel is great typing. Steven's Metagross, pretty powerful. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It always starts with Bullet Punch in like Gen 9. Gen 6. And then, of course, its shiny is beautiful. Like white on yellow. Like its design is already cool enough, but white on yellow is just awesome. And yeah. I don't have much to say about Metagross, apart from that it's a really strong Pokemon, of course. And then as for the fairy types, you guys are when I say what my favorite one is, you guys are gonna think it's for the other thing, which is not. It's Gardevoir. Just to clarify, I am not a furry. I do not like Gardevoir because of the internet. It didn't deserve that. Before it didn't deserve it either, but what do I know? I'm just a mediocre YouTuber who's going to ask you to please subscribe and like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I'm at war with my good friend Ducky Boy Gaming, a sub war. He's currently winning, and I'm not a big fan of that. I would like to win, because whoever has most subs by the end of the year, the loser has to buy him a 2-liter bottle of soda. So I would like to win. So please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Anyways, so Gardevoir, it's my second favorite Pokemon. I used it in Gen 3 and Gen 6. And in Gen 3, I gave it a Shadow Ball, and I gave it Shadow Ball and Electric Move. And in Gen 6, I gave it Thunderbolt, and in Gen 3, I gave it Shockwave. Because why not? I don't know why. I always run my Gardevoir with Electric Moves. Don't ask why. Of course, Shadow Ball was physical back in the day, so wasn't the best. And then, of course, Fairy, best typing in the game. Yes, it gets rid of its weakness to Dark, but it also gives it a weakness to Steel and Poison, so that's not the best. Although it can counteract Poison with Psychic powers, but whatever. And then with starters, I don't have to say anything. It's freaking Blaziken, Shimkin power, Gimmick form, Primal Kyogre, Legend, Base Kyogre, and favorite, Breloom, baby. Good, great. As I say, I don't need to tell you why. Next, Gen 4. Gen 4 changed a lot because it's split and yada yada yada. We start with normal types, and what's the best normal type? My favorite normal type? God. No, not that God. The real God. All hail Charles the Bidoof. Strongest Pokemon in all of existence. I love it so much. I don't need to say much. It's Bidoof. Then as for the fire types, we're going to go with the monkey, Infernape. What do I need to say about what do you want me to say about him? It's freaking Goku. It's so cool. I used it a couple of times. That's in two times. I used it in Platinum and Brilliant Diamond, and then of course I use it in Legends Arceus before I'm gonna replace it with Arceus. Once I get Arceus, I just need to sort out my shielding problem and my PTSD with Enamorus, since I do not like Enamorus. And as for the water types, I'm going to go with Floatzel, one of my first shinies in Legends Arceus. I used it in Platinum, Bagnino, weird name, I know. Against Ice Fang, I used that against Cynthia's Garchomp, beast of a Pokemon, by the way. It's a great. I do like it. I do like it. That's for the grass types. Hot take here. Carnivine. Yeah, Carnivine. I know Carnivine. It's kind of a forgettable Pokemon. It's a Venus flytrap. Yada yada yada. But I like Carnivine because it's my first and, as I'm recording this, my only shiny alpha Pokemon. Complete surprise. I named it Saturn because it's a Venus flytrap and Saturn's my favorite planet. Don't ask me why. I just like it. So yeah, respect to Carnivine. I do like it. So our electric types, Luxray, who should be a dark type. Luxray, along with Staraptor, most iconic Cinnamons. You have, it's like unspoken law, you have to use Luxray and Staraptor, at least briefly, for a Sinnoh team. Like, I used it in all my Sinnoh teams, excluding Legend Arceus. About that, I mean, I did use them in Legend Arceus for briefly, but Diamond, Platinum, and Brilliant Diamond, those are the ones that have made it to the Elite Four and are still on the team. And yeah, Luxray, it's iconic, as I've stated, and it should be a dark type. And then as for the ice types, Mamoswine. Also a shiny in Legend Arceus. It's really cool, you know. Apparently, Wild Mamoswine are descended from Dunsparce, which is funny to think about. Yeah, I like Mamoswine, particularly because I'm not a big fan of any of these other ice types. Yeah, Mamoswine, my favorite Sinnoh ice type. And as for fighting types, it's Lucario. As I said, really iconic, really strong Mega. Great adaptability is just broken. And of course, it's Lucario. Fighting, Steel. It's a great typing. Of course, I used it in my college team. Really hoping Legend ZA is really good. It's great. And yeah, it's a beast. I like to run mine special. Don't have to buy it. Then we get to the poison types. I'm going to go with Drapion. Definitely not Toxicroak. I wasn't going to Toxicroak because I have a shiny Toxicroak in Legends Arceus. But I'm not the biggest fan of Toxicroak because it's because of Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. But that boss Pokemon Toxicroak, I don't like it. I want to locate the Toxicroak and I want to send it to the Shadow Realm. Metaphorically, Pokemon don't exist in real life. Very sad, I know. Yeah, Drapion. I don't really have much to say about Drapion. Shiny was good back in the day, but now it's terrible. But anyways, I don't have much to say about that. And now for ground types, it's Garchomp. Garchomp, one of my favorite pseudo legendaries. One of my favorite pseudo legendaries. It's one of my favorite dragon types as well. My favorite is Haxorus, and it's actually my favorite. It's one of my favorite ground types. It's actually my favorite ground type because, well, first it's a beast. Two, it's shiny. Yes, it's shiny. Sucks, but it's still really strong. It's my False Swiper in Violet, which is awesome. Also, Cynthia's of course, Cynthia's Garchomp, especially in Brilliant Diamond, especially in BDSP, is so powerful. You know what I mean? Now, so yeah, it doesn't get Earthquake level up, which is kind of weird. It does get Iron Head though, which is great. And then we get to the flying types, which is the other very iconic Sinnoh one, Staraptor. It's literally all the same reasons as Luxray. Don't have much to say about that. And as for the psychic types, Gallade. I prefer Gardevoir over Gallade, obviously, as I've stated. But Gallade, also really cool. I use it in Gen 6. I want to Mega Evolve it, but Mega Gallade doesn't exist in X and Y, which is awkward because I didn't know that at the time. But yeah, still used it. It's pretty cool. Lucian's one in Platinum is pretty strong. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just spitballing stuff here. And then for the bug types, Kricketune. I love Kricketune. My favorite bug type. Completely underrated. Really strong. I used it in Platinum. As I said, it's another weak bug type, as is Butterfree, but I don't care. Kricketune is awesome. It has a very stylish moustache, if you know what I mean. And of course, Parashon. It's really great. And then for the rock types, I don't really like these rock types. I guess I go with Bastiodon. I don't have much to say about Bastion. Done. It's kind of tanky, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. But then for the ghost types, it's Giratina. It's Giratina. Shit. It's literally Giratina. I love Giratina. It's really cool. Of course, it's Dragon Ghost, which is pretty unique. I think. Well, that might be interesting. But yeah. Also, it's really first part of the creation tree to get the origin form. Of course, origin Dialga and origin Palkia. Didn't get those until much later. Yeah. Also, the origin form looks much better than the altered form, in my opinion. Yeah, Giratina is Giratina, which I like. But then for the dragon types, going with Dialga. I played Diamond over Pearl, and Steel Dragon. It's one of the best types. It's great typing. It negates all of Dragon's weaknesses, and it's only weak to I believe fighting and ground. Yeah, fighting and ground. And also Dialga. It's Dialga. I don't have much to say about it. It's just really damn cool, and I love it. And what I find weird is that in the Zacius, Roar of Time is a laser beam, whereas in like other games, like for example BDSP, it's not a laser beam. It's like spread outwards or whatnot. And then we get to the dark types. I'm going to go for Darkrai, which, side note, why is it not a ghost type? I use Darkrai in, of course, Legends Arceus, because blah, 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 blah. It's not a ghost type, which is kind of weird, but I still love it. So, of course, the boss Pokemon the final boss in Shadows of Almia, which was kind of hard, but I bet it, which is great. I like Darkrai. I'm not a big fan of these other dark types. Yeah, Darkrai, it's really cool. I don't know what to say about that. And for the steel type, Magnezone. No hesitation. Magnezone, really cool. Yes, it has the 4 times weakness to ground moves, but who cares? I run this man a very specific way, a very great way in Showdown, of course. And I like doing that. I don't know if I should tell you that, because I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to ask you to watch the Showdown videos, so you can see firsthand. And then for the fairy types, wow, that's not a lot of fairy types. I'm going to go with Togekiss. Oh, whoops. Mime Jr., not the best, but I don't like Mime Jr., but Togekiss is kind of cool. Starter, Infernape, yeah. Gimmick form, Mega Gallade, Legend, Dialga, and favorite, we're going to go with Magnezone. Yeah, I don't know why I hesitate. That's Magnezone. Now we get to Generation 5. What the heck is this? I'm sorry. What are these? What are these? I don't know. But anyways, let's just pretend that does not happen. Okay. What are these? Explain to me what these things are. Sorry. I'm getting off topic. But yes, favorite normal type. It's definitely Stoutland. I'm a cat person, not a dog person, but Stoutland's pretty cool. For some reason, it can learn Surf, which I find weird. Oh, by the way, Haxorus can also learn Surf. Tell me why, please. But yeah, Stoutland, it's really cool looking, I guess. Lillipup is, of course, really adorable. These are still weird. And then with Fire, I don't have much else to say. What is that? For Fire, it's Darmanitan. I used it in... I used these guys in my white playthrough team and a bit in black too. Before I got Pokemon before I replaced Starland with Black Kyurem and this guy with, I believe it was Zoroark. Yeah, Zoroark. And it's really cool. One of my favorite fire types of all time. That's why it's on this list. Duh. But what else do we have? Sheer Force Darmanitan. It's pretty good. Zen mode. I haven't really used as much of Zen mode. Hustle is weird a bit. Hustle is annoying, I guess. But yeah, I like Darmanitan. I don't know what to say about that. I guess reasons that I can't tell you. But then we get to the water type. It's Seismitoad. I use Seismitoad in white. It's iconic. It's a very nice. It's very niche. Univamon. It's a water ground. It's great typing, and of course it. I don't know why, but I named it DJ. I named my Seismitoad DJ. Do I know why I named it DJ? No, I do not. But yeah, really cool. Timpole and Palpitoad. Oh, Timpole's cute, I guess. Palpitoad's not. Seismitoad is great. I like Seismitoad. It's really cool. And yeah, I don't have much. I don't have much else to say about that. Into the grass types, don't know what that is doing. Don't know what this is all about. Grass types, it's Simisage. I like Simisage. Do I know why? I like Simisage. Not really. No, it's not really. Not really. No. But Simisage it's kind of cool. It's really cool, you know. I like it. Of course, you get a free Pansage. Of course, you get yourself a free Pansage in black and white. Don't know if you still get it in black 2 and white 2, but whatever. Yeah, Simisage. It's nice. It's iconic. I think. Of course, the elemental monkeys are pretty cool. I used it on my team before I got Zekrom. Black and white, obviously, yada 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 yada. Don't know much else to say about that. It's kind of strong. Excuse me. Then we get to electric. That's a Cascoon mothership, and that's old Iron Thorns. But sorry, I'm getting off topic. We have Zekrom. This is why I played white and black team, because I like Zekrom. I think Zekrom is much better than Reshiram, even though Reshiram has a better phrase. Caw, I'm a Reshiram. It's better phrase than whatever Zekrom's was. Whatever. I don't know what that is, but anyways, also electric ground, pretty niche typing. I do like that. Then we get to the ice types. Don't know much else to say about that. I guess Fusion Ball and Ball Strike. It is pretty powerful. I'm wondering, and when we get a Legends Unova game, hopefully, we need to see the original dragon. You know. Then we get to the ice types. Black Kyurem. As I said, this is why I played black too. I think Black Kyurem is much better than White Kyurem. Of course, Zekrom is, of course, really nice. I do like it. And then we have, since Kyurem is Kyurem, the funny thing is, Black 2 was probably the only time I broke a rule I made for myself. Don't ask me why. I do this thing, whereas like I have to use the first Master Ball you get on the box art legendary. Like Mewtwo, Lugia, Kyogre, Dialga, Zekrom, Black Kyurem. I actually used it on Kyurem, not Zekrom, in Black 2, because reasons. Then you know the other ones. But yeah, Black Kyurem, really powerful. Free Shock, interesting move. Fusion Bolt, it's great. Of course, I like to run it Outrage, Personberry in Showdown. Then we get to the fighting types. Emboar. It's a literal pig, and what is that? What is this? What are these, like PokeStar Studios? But anyways, Emboar. It's really great. Of course, it's another fire fighting starter, and there's way too many of those. But the Emboar, it's really powerful. It doesn't get Fire Punch until Black 2, White 2, which is a little weird in my opinion. But whatever. Emboar, it's a great design. It's a pig. I'm a big fan of bacon. I sometimes have bacon sandwich for breakfast. Of course, it's a fiery beard, and it has a great shiny. I love the shiny. But then for poison types, I gotta go with Venipede. I don't really like any of these poison, but Venipede's alright, I guess. And then for ground types, Excadrill. It's kind of cool. Don't have really much to say about that, but I like how it can turn into a drill in anime. But for flying types, we have the other. Wait, what is it? It's fire. Is it normal flying? I don't know what the other one was. No, electric flying. Sorry. For the flying types, I'm going to go with female unpresent, specifically the female one, because that's the one I had in my Unova games. Female unpresent was on my team in white in the post game, and then for black 2, I replaced it with Volcarona, because Volcarona is Volcarona of all things for things. And yeah, unpleasant, pretty cool. And I would say that's a regional bird. I used the regional bird to my team a lot, but don't ask me why. I just do. But anyways, let's get to the psychic type. It's Victini. I don't know much to say about it. Its shiny is great, even though we can't get it legitimately unless you visit machamps.com, which I have not, honestly. And then, yeah, I guess it has a nice V on its head. V create is really cool. Don't know why Arceus can learn it apparently. Also, it looks like it's always peace. I like it. But it's also because I'm not the biggest fan of any of these guys. That's Bryson, isn't it? Bug types. Volcarona, right? Yeah, Volcarona. Of course, I didn't think Volcarona was a legendary personally when I first saw it, but apparently Volcarona was thought to be a legendary because it has some dungeon and stuff. But yeah, Volcarona, really powerful. One of the best bug types. Not my favorite, obviously. And of course, Quiver Dance, Fiery Dance, really powerful. I like it. It's a sun god. I don't know what to say about it. It just looks really cool. And then for the rock types, Gigalith. Not a lot of rock types. I'm not a big fan of these, but Gigalith, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's basically the new Golem. I don't have much to say about that. As for then, we get to the ghost types, Golurk. I used Golurk in my Black 2 team. It wasn't the best. While I love Golurk, mine wasn't the best because it had Klutz, which is a really bad ability. But whatever, it looks good. Its shiny's great. There's a wide variety of moves. It gets the elemental punches. Of course, it gets Shadow Punch and Earthquake and other stuff and yada yada yada. And then we get to Dragon types, which is Haxorus. Haxorus, what's one of my top 6 favorite Pokemon. I do 6, not 5. And Haxorus is just, it's a beast. It's not the pseudo, which is kind of weird, but it should be. Why is it not a pseudo legendary? I think we should get like a regional Haxorus, and that was the pseudo. Right? Oh yeah, we got Hisuian Gudra. That's a pseudo, I think. But whatever. It's really cool. As a badass shiny, I love it. And of course, it should be the pseudo. It still looks like it could decapitate me. And yeah. Also, you get a guaranteed shiny one, like 2 in the post game. But yeah, I don't know much to say about Haxorus. Sadly, oh no, it looks awesome and I love her. Then for the dark types, what the heck are these things? Zorua and Zoroark. Zorua's cute. Zoroark is really cool. Zoroark is just adorable. Zorua is just adorable. Also, Hisuian form, it's a great shiny. Both are great shinies. And then for the steel types, we have Mechagodzilla, other Mechagodzilla, time travel thing, weird bots. What the heck are these? Anyways, for the steel types, I'm probably gonna have to go with Genesect. It looks cool. Shiny's great. I don't know if we can get that though. But whatever. I don't want to say about Genesect. It's the one I actually like. I don't know what these are, to be honest. For fairy types, just the Whimsicott line. I guess Cottony, Starter, Emboar, Gimmick Form. Oh, is that why they were added? Because Unova doesn't have any gimmick forms. I don't know if I want to pick these. I guess I'll just go with Mega Garba. Wait, sorry. I guess Cascade Mothership's kind of cool. As for Legend, Black Kyurem. What was it there? Favorite is Haxorus. Also, just quickly before we get to the 3D, if you've watched this far into the video, you've been there for an hour, which thank you very much, and you probably like watching me ramble on about complete nonsense. So if you could just check below the video, see if you subscribed, also like the video while you're down there. It helps out a lot. I really appreciate it. And let's continue for Gen 6. Normal types. Damn, that's a lot of Furfrou. I'm going with Fletchling. It is iconic. It's a bird. It's a plane. It evolves into one of the best Pokemon, Talonflame. I love it. I actually used Talonflame for a little bit in Violet. But of course I used it in Pokemon Y, and then I replaced it with the Yveltal. Talonflame's still really awesome though. As fire, I'm gonna go with Braixen. Delphox is Delphox. Delphox isn't the greatest. The design isn't the greatest, but Braixen's design is amazing. Fennekin and Braixen, I think, are pretty adorable. Delphox, whatever. Don't know where they went with that. As for the water types, I'm gonna go with Greninja. The only starter that you should pick, unless you're trying to Nuzlocke it, I guess, because Braixen's apparently the best starter for a colorless playthrough, but Greninja is Greninja. It doesn't have a Mega, which it should. as should the color starters. But he does get Ash Greninja, which is really powerful. Although I don't think you can get that anymore. Still, Protein's pretty good, even though it was nerfed. Greninja is Greninja. It's really great. I like ninjas. It's for grass, not the YouTube channel, but anyways, for grass types, Golgot. It's a goat. That's all I have to say. I don't have much to say about Go-Go. It's kind of cool, I guess. I got Go-Go because of that Y randomizer I watched. Capricorn, overpowered. And for the electric types, Mega Manectric. It's a freaking lightning bolt. Also, Manectric in Gen 6 gets overheat. I know because I used my Emerald team in Omega Ruby before I actually had played Emerald, which is kind of weird. And I thought it overheat, which is really cool. Also, I love how it gets Intimidate when it Mega Evolves. It's really cool. Then we get Ice types. Damn, these Ice types kind of suck. Is Aurorus? Alright, Aurorus is actually one of the Pokemon, one of the very few Pokemon who can die immediately after coming into battle, even though that doesn't really happen anymore because it only happens in Gen 8, I believe. But yeah, Aurorus, that's the best design. All of these kind of suck. But anyways, for fighting types, Chadlucha. In the words of my cousin Fritz, Halucha carries. And he's not lying. Halucha is just so powerful. Like, Flying Press is a great move. I also love its mechanic of how it's 2 move types in like 1. It's really cool. Also, design is sick, shiny, also sick, somewhat. And of course, it's Chad. It's a Sigma Chad. Am I right, guys? Put Chadlucha in the comments. I said that like 3 times. Anyways, for poison types, damn, that's not all poison types. I'm gonna go Mega Venusaur, I guess. It's kind of cool. I like Venusaur. I used it in the Colors games. And then we get to ground Zygarde. Don't know why Zygarde Zygarde should have had we should have gotten Pokemon Set, but we're getting Pokemon Legends Set A, which is great. Was totally unexpected by me personally, but I loved it. And I want it to come out sooner. And then we get to the flying types. It's Talonflame. As I stated before, Talonflame is awesome. The psychic types, Mega Gallade. I like Mega Gallade over Mega Gardevoir, design-wise, of course. And really powerful. I wish I could have used it, but I'm not, because I'm an idiot. And then for bug types, Gen 6 actually only introduced 1 bug type line. So I believe it was the Scatterbug line, and then the Megas. Mega Heracross. Look, it's really cool. For Megas, we have Chainsaw Man, Stag Beetle, Needle, and then this guy. Mega Heracross is really cool. It's really powerful as well. Of course, I just like it. I don't have much to say about it, since these are one of the things I can't explain. And for Rock, I'm going to go with Carbink. It's slightly weird, but Carbink and I have a little bit of history. So, let me paint you a picture. All the way back when I was playing Ultra Moon, I believe it was in 2020? Yeah, 2022, sorry. Early 2023, late 2022. My first 3DS game was Ultra Moon. So I was playing that, and then I got to the Ultra Necrozma fight, which is one of the hardest fights in all of Pokemon. It's up there with the Volo fight and BDSP Cynthia. Yeah, I couldn't beat it. So I'm a Keegan J fan, great guy by the way, and I watched a video where he bet Ultrasonic's Ash Ketchum, and the way he beat it was he used Pikachu to static it, and I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. But I didn't have any Ferroths to my team, so what I did was I just catch a Carbink, and then I lead with Carbink, and then I switch to the Pikachu, and it took me like 6 attempts, I believe. Not really, I don't think so. But for the first time Static activated and the last attempt, I won, baby! The Ultra Necrozma, it's really damn powerful. And also, of course, with regular Necrozma, when I found it, I just threw a quick ball, and it worked. I love it when that happens. And then let's continue. Ghost types, Aegislash. Competitive staple gun, I think. Sorry. Yeah, it's really powerful. It was banned. I think it was banned to believe OU tiers or Ubers or whatever. because it was like, I believe also like something else. I forgot what that else was, but it's really good. Oh yeah, it was Gengar. I haven't really used it personally, but it was also a great shiny. But then we get to the Dragon types and Mega Rayquaza. What do you want me to say about Mega Rayquaza? It is sick. It's a great shiny. It's really powerful, and of course, Team Sky. But regardless, then we get to the Dark types. Mega Gyarados. I used Mega Gyarados back in Let's Go because reasons. I had a Gyarados on my team. And I like it. I like it. I think Water Dark makes more sense than Water Flying type. Why on earth is it a Flying type? I don't understand. But yeah, I like it. It's great shiny. Great. It's really cool. Then we get to Steel types. Mega Lucario. When it's trying to get to a nice looking vest, I do like it. Also, it's really, as I said before, adaptability is just so good. Then we get, but anyways, I don't have much to say about it since we've been in for an hour, haven't we? And for Fairy types, Mega Gardevoir. Don't have much to say about that. I like Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir is really good, really powerful. And then for starters, it's Greninja. Gimmick form. Damn, that's a lot of gimmick forms. Mega Blaziken. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, Mega Blaziken. Then for Legend, it is Fuhi Zygarde. Favorite, Mega Gardevoir. Moving to Generation 7. Gonna speedrun this one. Gen 7, favorite normal type is Beware. It's really cool. I used it in place of my Makuhita. I Nuzlocke the Moon when Beware killed my Hariyama, so I replaced it with Beware, and then that died. Anyway, so next to his fire types, I'm gonna go with Alolan Marowak. I like Marowak. I used Marowak in Let's Go, and then I use Alolan Marowak in Ultra Moon. Really cool, you know? And also Fire Ghost, it's a really unique typing. The only one Pokemon that has that, I believe, is Ceruledge. I think, no, Rotom doesn't have that typing. So there's something else, but I'm not sure. Anyways, also Shadowbone, really cool. And then two water types, Ash Greninja. Really powerful, you know? You can't have a shiny or a female Ash Greninja, I believe. Which is weird. But anyway, grass types. We have Lurantis. It was Ultramoon, I believe, was one of the first Pokemon. Oh, was it? No, it was Violet. Pokemon Ultramoon was second. Ultramoon was like the second game I decided to play my team ahead of time. Lurantis was one of them, as was Alolan Marowak. And yeah, it's really good. I like it. I don't know why. It's also shiny. It's Levani at home. Then we get to electric types. Zeraora. You guys are going to call me dumb, I think, but I used to think that Zeraora and Electabuzz were the same Pokemon. And now I realize that they look absolutely nothing alike, and I don't know why I ever mistook them for them. But yeah, I wish you could get one. Plasma Fist, sick move, sick name, by the way. Of course, it's really damn fast. It is the fastest, that's a legend lucky, but it's still really good. And with the ice types, Alolan Sandslash. I like Alolan Sandslash. It has terrible typing though, but I still love it. That's all I gotta say. And for the fighting types, Crabrawler. Like, of course, Mischievous, is the only other circumstance where I like the base form better than the evolved form. You know? We get to the poison. Yeah, Crabrawler pretty good. I didn't evolve it until mine in Ultramoon didn't evolve until the Gladion fight. And then we get two poison types. Naganadel. It's a freaking wasp. It's a wasp. Naganadel is really cool. I don't know why. I don't really like any of these poison types. I guess Toxapex is good, competitively, I guess. And then with poison types, ground types, sorry, Mudsdale. And I believe it was Sun. I used a Mud Spray. It one-shot the Totem Slazer with Bulldoze. Really nice. And then we get to, of course, for flying types, and I'm going to go with Green Meteor. 1, Meteor is cool. 2, green is my favorite color, if you haven't told by my channel logo. We get 2 psychic types. This guy, right here, Dawnwing's Necrozma. I like it. Pretty powerful. Yes, Psychic Ghost, not a good typing. 2 4 times weaknesses and blah 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 blah. I like the design, I guess. It was great shiny as well. And I played Ultra Moon instead of Ultra Sun. Then we get to the Berg types Vikavolt, which is slower than a goddamn bag of bricks, but still cool. I believe I'm using Vikavolt in my shield file at the moment. Which side note, I still need to complete that with rocks, with the rock type Dusk Form Lycanroc. With Violet once again, I wasn't planning on using Dusk Form Lycanroc, but I had a Luxio with Intimidate at the front of my party, and I just randomly ran into a Rock with own tempo. So I used it. It was really cool, and then I believe I replaced it with, was it Iron Thorns? Yeah, it was Iron Thorns, right? Yeah. It's the best out of these three. These three have great shinies, all blue. And for ghost types, I'm gonna go with the Decidueye. His name is not Robin Hood. His name is, I used him in Sun. And I didn't name him Robin Hood, like you guys probably did. Don't ask me why, but I named him Doritos. I don't know why, it was a good name at the time. For the dragon types, we have ourselves Ultra Necrozma, really strong Pokemon. The boss fight is really damn hard. And yeah, it's great shiny as well. Of course, Photon Guys are prismatic. That's a really good light that burns the sky. It's a great name. It's really cool. Then we get to the dark types. Obviously, Incineroar. I like cats. Incineroar is really cool. It gets intimidated. It's hidden ability, which is interesting, but whatever. Yada 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 yada. It's a wrestling champion. I love it. I don't have much to say about it else. And then for steel types, just like my friend Ducky Boy Gaming, Melmetal. I like Melmetal. Is that Doug Trio doing okay? Melmetal's kind of cool. I haven't really gotten it. I haven't obtained one yet, but I should eventually. And then we get to the fairy types. Oh, the Great Giant Double Iron Brush. Really cool. Really slow. Fairy types, Primarina. In Moon, I was picking Primarina. Because Primarina is, of course, really powerful. It's the best starter for Alola. And I didn't really like it, but it grew on me. Alola, as I said a long time ago, Kanto, Hoenn, and Alola, best starter trios. For starters, it's the only Alolan starter. Excuse me. It's the only Alolan starter where its signature move is its primary type and no secondary typing. Darkest Lariat is dark. Spectral. What is it called again? Spirit Shackle, it's Ghost, and Sparkling Aura is Water. Then for starters, it's Incineroar, right? Yeah. For gimmick form, it's this guy, Alolan Sandslash. For legend, it's Ultra Necrozma, and favorite Pokemon is Zeraora. We're gonna get to, now it's time for Galar. And I like Galar, it's one of my favorite regions. First up is Galarian Obstagoon. I don't know why. I used it in my second run through of Sword. It's not a great typing. Normal, dark, nah. I'm glad Lanoon got an evolution, and it's also Toothpaste Monster. Blah 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 blah. Greedent's honorary mention. It was a Greedent honorary mention. I used it in Sword and Shield. In Shield, it was my first encounter on Route 1, and it was a shiny, which is surprising. Then we get to the fire typing, which is Hisuian Typhlosion. I absolutely love this guy. I picked it because reasons. I really like Cyndaquil, and I used Pixel's Arceus, obviously, and of course the Hisuian Typhlosion. It's really cool. Its shiny is absolutely terrible, but it's really cool. And then for the water types, we have a Hisuian Samurott. Also, really cool. Yay! Let's continue. I don't really have much to say about these guys, although they look cool. Their signature moves are really good. Ceaseless Edge is really powerful. It sets up stealth rocks and it does damage. I love it. Well, in modern mechanics, not in Arceus. Then we get to grass types. Cute Monkey Boy. I love him. And just give me a second. See? Sorry about that. See, look how adorable he is. He's so cute. Love him so much. Yeah, I used to think his name was pronounced Grookey, not Grookey, and I've just named Grookey's Grookey ever since. Okay, sorry, but enough of you. This is my channel. Excuse me. Let's continue with the electric types. With the electric Toxtricity. It's really cool. It's iconic. G-Max Toxtricity. It's awesome. I like the amped form more than the low-key form. Shinies are both their shinies are I guess. And then of course Overdrive is really cool. And of course G-Max Stun Shock is just beautiful. It's slam your guitar on the ground like Stuart the Minion. Electricity. That's all I gotta say about that. And then for the ice types, Arctozolt. Finally, it was the first fossil I revived in Sword. My second file, since I had no idea, since I haven't revived any of my OG, which is kind of weird. But then it's really good. It's not. It should be faster. Which is why you Scarf it and Speedy Bee it. And then with fighting types, we're gonna do single strike style legendary. Yes, it has a 4 times weakness to Fairy, but I still like it. It's really cool. And I don't have much to say about that because I want to speed through this. Poison types, Eternatus. It's Eternatus. What do I need to say about it? It's Eternatus. It has a great shiny. I'm actually using the shiny and the OG and the base one in my OG sword file, which is kind of cool to be honest. And I really like it. First up, it's a great design. The typing's great. The AI for the first Eternatus face is just completely random, which is funny. But whatever. Let's continue. I don't really like any of these kind of types except Ursaluna. Ursaluna's pretty niche. Don't know what to say about it, but let's continue anyways. With the flying types, cannibalizing Pikachu and Arrokuda. Galarian Moltres. Excuse me. I think this one's better than base Moltres for reasons that I can't really explain right now. But I like it. I like Fiery Wrath, cool move. Dark Flying, Yveltal is the other Dark Flying type that I'm aware of. But yeah, Moltres, it looks beautiful. It's the god of the underworld for crying out loud. And for the Psychic types, let's go with Galarian Slowking. A lot of good choices here, but Galarian Slowking is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, but anyways. Now for the... Yes, Galarian Slowbro has a bit of shiny, but whatever. Now for the Bug types, let's go with G-Max Butterfree. Where is it? There it is. I like Butterfree. G-Max Butterfree is kind of cool, even though it's not the best. Beedrill got a Mega, Butterfree got a G-Max. Great, it's fair. And then let's go for the Rock types. Dreadnought. It's a Water Rock type, which is not the greatest, because it has a 4 times weakness to Grass, like the Water Ground types, and yet it does other weaknesses. Sorry, I'm rambling. Dreadnought, I used it in my first sword file, and then I replaced it with Zacian. It's cool. It's a Tutel. I like Tutels, even though the typing is kind of sucky. But anyways, so let's ghost types. Hisuian Zorua. I don't have to... Hisuian Zorua. It's Hisuian Zorua. It's a great shiny. First normal ghost type. The only typing that resists Mars Shadow. So I don't use my Breloom set when faced with a Mars Shadow. It won't end well. I speak from experience. Yeah, Hisuian Zorua is so cool. It's a great shiny. It's beautiful. I love it. I also love normal Zorua, but whatever. Next we get to the dragon types. Regidrago. I don't have much to say about it. I don't really like any of these other ones, I guess. Yes, Orange Eye, but that's my favorite steel type. So yeah, Regidrago is really cool. Yeah, they finally able Regis after like 5 years. Like 5 generations, which is interesting. And then we get to the dark types. Generate dark types. Morpeko. Probably one of my favorite Pikachu knockoffs. It still looks like Pikachu, and it doesn't have the sticky outy tail. And of course, Aura Wheel's pretty cool. We get to the fairy types, and of course it learns Outrage for some reason. Sorry. Fairy types, of course it's Zacian. Very powerful legendary. I don't think it got nerfed. I think Zamazensa got nerfed. Why did he get nerfed? He didn't deserve that. Then we get, anyways, so yeah, Zacian, it's really cool. It's really powerful. Can't take Animax, obviously, I think. Anyways, now we get to the starters. Grookey, obviously. Gimmick form, damn, that's a lot. G-Max Rillaboom. Legendary is Zacian. And then favorite overall is Grookey. Finally, Generation 9. been here for so long. I appreciate if you watched this far in the video. You guys are amazing. Right, so now with normal types, we have my favorite normal type is Freddy Fazbear. Hard. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up now. Next up is oh, it looks cool. It's goddamn Freddy Fazbear. For fire, I don't know much to say on that. Fire types, Ceruledge. Ceruledge is one of the reasons I picked Violet over Scarlet, because Ceruledge is Violet exclusive, and I adore it. Even if it's shiny, it is absolutely balls. For water types, we're going with Water Ogerpon. This is the one I use. Even though this is the one I use, I do like Water Ogerpon. It's really cool. Grass water, it's great. It's an interesting typing. Only Ludicolo has that, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. And of course, we have two grass fire types being this typing and that guy. Speaking of grass types, my favorite Sprigatito. I love cats. When I first saw the stars, I was gonna pick Sprigatito from the beginning, and then after the final missions, and then I set up I might pick Skeledirge, but then I picked Sprigatito, and Meowscarada has grown on me. And as I said before, I am not a furry. We get to electric types. It's Miraidon. So powerful, so great, interesting typing. Well, not interesting. We have Mega Ampharos, obviously. Of course, and then of course we have Electrodrift. It's really cool. I love it. Of course, I think its bike form is better than Koraidon's. Even if Koraidon's battle form does look a bit better. Speaking of which, that's my favorite fighting type. Don't know much to say about that. It's Koraidon. When I was deciding which game to buy, I was then questioning my decision to pick maybe Scarlet, because Koraidon's battle form is much better. But then we get to the ice types. It's Titan. I was originally going to use Titan in my playthrough team, but then I didn't, because I think I faced it with Salamence. But yeah, Titan, really cool. And for some reason, I think Sotodle kind of sounds like Miraidon. Go look it up and tell me, please. We get the poison types. That's Revavroom. It's Toxic Lightning McQueen. Sorry, we ain't going there. Yeah, one of the first steel poison types. Yes, it does the 4 times Instagram, but who cares? It looks great. Also, it has a great shiny. Then we get to ground types. Clodsire. Quagsire is I don't have the respect for Clodsire like I do with Quagsire, but I still like Clodsire. It's pretty decent. Queen Clod, yada, and stuff like that. Then we get to flying types. I don't really like any of these flying types. I guess Green Squawkabilly, Green Fairy Color, like Meteor, but whatever. I don't like them. Anyways, let's move on to the psychic types. Iron Crown. Pretty cool. It's one of the only other Paradox Steel type Pokemon. The other one's Iron Treads. Yeah, Iron Treads. I don't have much else to say about Cavalion. But then we get to bug types. Slitherwing. I like Volcarona. Slitherwing is also really cool. I played Scarlet. I played Violet over Scarlet. I haven't played Scarlet yet. But yeah. Volcarona. I like Volcarona better than its ancient cousin. But Slitherwing, it's kind of cool. It's of course 4 times weak to fighting. Not fighting. Flying. Yeah, flying. Yes. Sorry. And then of course, Volcarona's sometimes a bug. Both pretty cool. I prefer Volcarona though. It's just on this list. I don't really care for any of these other ones. Then for rock type, Iron Thorns. Well, I sadly replaced with Terrapagos. Terrapagos is awesome. Yeah, Iron Thorns. A funny thing is, I didn't catch my Iron Thorns. I got traded to me by my friend, who got traded to him by my second cousin. And yeah, I used that to beat. I terrored it. I electric terror, and then I squashed Nemona's Quaquaval with it. It's great. And then for the ghost types, it has great design and an interesting shiny. For the ghost types, Fluttermane. I like Mischievous. I like Fluttermane because Fluttermane's cool. It's the only other ghost fairy type that I know, other than Mimikyu. My friend loves Mimikyu, by the way. And then with the dragon, I don't have much to say about that. It's really fast and hits really hard. For dragon types, I'm gonna go with Dipplin. I have a shiny one of those. And I evolved into Hydreigon for the Indigo Disc. I just don't know what to call it. I just want to call it something. I just don't know what yet. If you have any suggestions, please tell me in the comments below. And then for the dark types, King Gambit. I love how Bishop finally got something. And Gambit, I caught the wild one, the teal mask for my decks. It looks really cool. Caltech Cleave is really powerful, and then of course, given Geeta changes her team for the Indigo Disc, it's her ace and it's flying type, and it's really damn powerful. I almost lost with my Indigo Disc team. I know, almost losing to Geeta. Damn. Either I'm really bad or she's really good. Then for the Steel types, it's Archaludon. It's great. It's a bidge. It's the Silvergate bidge for crying out loud, baby. And of course, I used it to be Kieran in the Indigo Disc, and this is my Indigo Disc team. His Politoed set up Rain, and it was double out. Let me paint you a picture. His Politoed set up the Rain, and since Archaludon gets Electro Shot as its level up move, I started with it, and I started out front, and then I choice spec'd it, and then it just blasted down everything in its damn path. Excuse me. It's really powerful, and the Rain just didn't really help him at all. It helped me, and of course it released Dispatch Attack. Yeah, I love it. The Ronaldo got something really. I just love it. And then next to Fairy types, it's Iron Valiant. I think it's the only fighting Fairy type out there. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I like Iron Valiant. It's apparently a fusion between Gardevoir and Gallade. I swear, an infinite fusion. If you like, I swear, is this what you get if you fuse Gardevoir and Gallade together in an infinite fusion? Please explain it to me. But whatever. I don't really have much love for Iron Valiant, apart from the fact that I don't like any of these other Fairy types. Yeah, I like Gardevoir, I like Gallade, Iron Valiant, both of them. Sounds to be on this list. Then next up is the starter types, Brigatito. That's the starter type, sorry. Gimmick form. I'm probably gonna pick Blaze Form Tauros, right? Or no, it has to be Stellar Terrapagos. They're powerful. And then favorite legend, the cute Terrapagos. And then my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, it's Ceruledge. And for the final stretch, guys, my favorite Pokemon. Favorite normal type is Furret. Favorite fire type, Blaziken. Favorite water, Gyarados. Grass, Breloom. Electric, Zeraora. Ice, Lapras. Fighting, Craporola, sorry. Poison, Nido. Ground, Garchomp. Flying is, I believe, Staraptor. Psychic is Mewtwo. Bug is Kricketune. Rock is Iron Thorns. Ghost is my boy Mischievous. Dragon is Haxorus. Dark is, of course, Zorua, really cute. Steel is Magnezone. Fairy is Gardevoir. Favorite starter Pokemon is Blaziken. Favorite gimmick form, Primal Kyogre. Favorite legend, Base Kyogre. And my favorite Pokemon overall is Breloom. And now, let's do this part. Because, why not? This is top 6 favorite Pokemon right here, guys. These are my top 6. In order, by the way. In case you didn't know that, this is my top 6 favorite Pokemon in order. I love these guys. Favorite regional bird, Starly. Favorite regional mammal, God. Favorite regional bug, Kricketot. Favorite pseudo-legendary, it's not pseudo-legendary, Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp. Pikachu clone, as I said before, it's Morpeko. Evolution, it's Leafeon. Not Umbreon, it's Leafeon. Favorite fossil, Lord Helix. Sorry, bigger Lord Helix. Favorite regional form is Alolan Sandslash. Favorite G-Max form, G-Max Toxtricity. Favorite Bebe, it's Ukulele Pichu, so cute. Box Legendary, Primal Kyogre. Favorite Mythical, Zeraora. Favorite Ultra Beast, Naganadel. Favorite Paradox, this guy. Favorite type, Grass. Favorite Pokeball, the Quick Ball. Favorite Spinder, this. Favorite Vivian, this one. Favorite Alchemy, this one, and then that one. Wait, no, this one. Oh, that one. Yeah, sure. And favorite new evolution, Magnezone. Anyways, so that's it. That's my favorite Pokemon tier list. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate it if you've been here for the entire thing. Hats off to you. Really nice, thank you for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment what your favorite Pokemon is. Subscribe, as I said before, subscribe so we can beat Ducky Boy Gaming in the sub war. Like the video, start the bell for notifications. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, please, and thank you. I am Dabcraft Gaming. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.